Vegeta's shit is dancing. Like, look, he increased the episode's budget by like 250%. They have never used this shading before. Now, chain snatching, like the name depicts, is the ability to rip that shit off another man's neck. So, as the tutor figure I am to you all, I'm going to explain to you what it truly means to snatch another man's chain. You see, you can metaphorically dive into this shit. This chain snatching shit is bigger than black and white. It's robbing somebody else of their spotlight, their pride, their steez. It's not as simple as just beating somebody or making a late entrance. No, it's gotta be some serious attention grabbing shit. Kinda like when me, Marlon, and Duke step into function. All of a sudden, all the fine shit stops looking at the bums and begins to look at us. Yes, us.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
So we're gonna kick this shit off with Dragon Ball Z Cell Saga timing. Now, we know this saga is the home of fades, sellings, jumpings, and betting the under. So now I know what you're thinking, right? Something like, oh, he's gotta be talking about when Gohan spun Cell shit. But nah, that's how I know you guys are some real new plates. Real rookies in this game. True chain snatching in this arc was when Vegeta and Trunks pulled up on Cell. So to know why this is the best case study, we're gonna need a little backstory.
What is that?
So boom, this green roach nigga is Cell, and he don't need no introduction. Before his perfect form, he's slimy, shady, and overall just shameless. Like, look at this shit, he just bangs on Krillin, then sees he's getting some support, so he just leaves. Like, dog, I get this is the correct decision making, but you're a shonen antagonist. Where are your balls? But yeah, Cell up to this point has sucked the soul out of Piccolo. They were actually boxing. It was a close fight when they ran the once. But like, Piccolo green, and that means he can regrow limbs or some bullshit, I don't know. Anyway, the fight stops after that shit. But Cell's shady ass spun the block on Piccolo while he's fighting Android 17. Piccolo is tired as fuck because they were tussling for ages. This is where Cell's chain starts coming into fashion. Like, they putting studs in as we,
That shit weak as fuck.
Like the little diamond studs, yeah, they putting that shit on him right now. Cell tries to suck up Android 17. Gonna need to find another way of saying that. Cell tries consuming Android 17's life force. Okay. Yeah, no more of that. Cell tries to eat Android 17, that's the best we're getting, y'all. But Piccolo intervenes. So Cell decides, that you could hold this instead. He's walking into Piccolo's attack and shit, coming out unscathed. Like, geez, just put that shit around his neck now. 17 and Piccolo were trying to jump him, but Cell just kills my nigga. Like, what? Hey, you know Namekians is black for real, so Dragon Ball just promoting black on black violence, man. Stop the violence. Then he just flings him in the water. Like, bro, you know black people don't be swimming. Like, Gohan sees that shit and is getting mad as hell. You know, Cell's chain only getting heavier at this point. But then Android 16 comes in and is delaying the progress, I ain't gonna lie. Because he was low-key punking Cell. Like, look, he tore off his tail, and I know this shit is his pride and joy. And he literally threw that nigga into the earth's crust, done him like Regulus. Then Android 16 did not play around, not gonna lie, because he didn't do the usual anime bullshit of letting anyone survive. Nah, he's really trying to get Cell gone. Then Cell survives and eats 17. Let's check this transformation. Bro is literally shining and blinking. This is some heavy foreshadowing. And hey, look, you might think that lightning aura is the usual Dragon Ball shit, but nah, it's just Cell's diamonds dancing. His chain is fully on at this point. Android 16, he was just beating the brakes off Cell, punches Cell in the face, and he just smiles that shit off and makes him hold his ki blast. Now, he's looking at Android 18 like she's one of those Tesco cinnamon roll tearing shares because that's all he has left to become perfect. Tien can't do anything at this point but delay Cell, and that costs him all his energy before Goku pulls up, realizes he cannot box with Cell, and takes everybody away. But hey, somebody who can't box with Cell just stepped out. This is like cleanup crews on functions. They waiting outside in Hellcats, but they never even stepped in that bitch. They were just there to sweep up. Now we can commence the chain snatching. So Vegeta finds Cell, basically said he's bitch made and starts powering up on him. And God almighty, I just know the chain gods felt a disturbance in the air because Vegeta's shit is dancing. Like, look, he increased the episode's budget by like 250%. They have never used the shading before. And you know that shit is blinging too because Cell's chain can't even reflect back the light. This is some sun and moon type dynamic. Then boom, Vegeta gut punches Cell. He's astonished because hey, Vegeta's arm is in there. Cell gets 4-pieced and slammed down. So Cell is talking about some, okay, I'm gonna start trying now. But you know, this is like them PlayStation 1v1s. If you do not start going off, then forget about it, bro. Your aura is done for. And yeah, that shit didn't matter because he's getting beat black and blue. Cell finally powers up again. And you know his chain is completely gone because even Trunks is saying that shit weak as hell. Cell hits Vegeta and now Vegeta is talking about some lame ass nigga and points to the chain before saying, hey, where's your shit? Because my shit is dancing. Yeah, my shit is dancing. But yeah, it was straight ass whooping from there. He had Cell in all fours, then he got him in this unorthodox submission. They need to give them UFC niggas some tips. And look how disrespectful this shit is. He helped Cell up just to walk this shit. Oh my goodness. He was even like, I didn't even need to bring my jewelry out. I could have just used my son's jewelry instead. Now Cell is trying to pick up the stray pieces of his chain, starts begging, saying, yo bro, just let me power up. I'm sure my shit will be brighter than yours. We all know what happened after. Vegeta shit comes clean off. But we're not going to talk about that. I got too much respect for my dog. Now, I cannot talk about chain snatching without talking about what Sung Jinwoo did to Barry, because this is a 1v1 that might as well have been a Johnny Dang photo shoot. You see, for some context, all the Korean hunters are participating in the Jeju Island raid, and everything is rosy, you know, they're punking some fodder level ants. But all of a sudden, the energy shifts. The entire show's coloring changes, and then we see this dog Barry step into function.
When you see me, don't blink or stop. Move up, got head tap.
And they somehow made a beetle look gold. I ain't never seen this shit before. Have you ever seen purple diamonds? Now, Cha Hae-in is covering her mouth talking about some, oh no, this shit is so clean. And look how Beru's posted up. He's flicked up. The Instagram caption probably something like, got so much motion. If you move, you might get sick. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, right? So then this nigga steps up, and to be honest, I don't even know what his name is, but just from Bear's aura alone, he envisions getting cut in half and his body disintegrating if he moves. I've seen this shit before. Last time this happened, the nigga influenced niggas to start T-posing in the air. And look how cold he is. He's just walking past everybody. Then Bear decides he's gonna just fucking kill him. So he blitzes like basically everybody. How you start with 5 pairs of arms and leave with 2. Beru leaves the rest of his ants and steps outside to obliterate the nigga who dared call himself the king. This ain't even like Cell who was building up his chain. Nah, Beru just spawning with his motion. But then we see Sung Jinwoo's shadows arrive to save the day. And honestly, this is like individual links of the chain linking up to save the day. Then Jinwoo pulls up and starts spawning in potions for people. What can't this man do? But then Beru spins back. And look how the other ants paved the way for him. And check the way his shit is dancing. Even swapped the purple stones to some red ones. Oh my goodness.
Damn, that shit is hanging on his neck. He's basically daring somebody to snatch it.
At this point, I do not got to tell you, his shit is slanging. Pause. Then we get to the stand-up, and hey, you can see those athlete versus rapper chain comparisons. This is basically that shit. But this video is about chain snatching. Right now, they both got their shit snug on their neck. They commence the boxing and are going blow for blow on some UFC 4 standing match. Jinwoo lands his shit clean and sends Beru flying. But you know Meron has to get that shit back in blood and use this freakazoid tongue attack to poison Sung Jinwoo. He's gonna drop to his knees and Beru lunges for the kill. But nah, this nigga just booms him back again anyway because his system cleansed him of his illness. What type of shit is this? Crocs start appearing on Beru's chain, so he says fuck this and swaps to a new one. Despite the fact he's going up against the first class Johnny Dang model, he's low-key trying his hardest. I gotta commend him for that. And bro, these guys are moving. Look at this shit. Cartwheel into the grab attack, but Beru super counters that shit. Oh nah, that's clean. That's clean. Then Beru starts using his ice to attack Jinwoo. Peep this. I'm telling you, I'm a doctor in my craft. These animators already knew he was icy. Now we getting a full-on bust down clash. They going pink stone for blue stone. 20 carat for 20 carat. Jewel for jewel. And the pink stones come out on top, but that's until Jinwoo gets in his last second message from Johnny Dang. Hey bro, my fault. I was really labbing up this new piece. Don't let that shit happen again, fuck nigga. They almost ripped my shit off. You messing up my brand. But he accepts it nonetheless. And oh my goodness, look at Beru's form. He's running. And shit, you know how it go. Jinwoo turned old buddy into a nugget. So Jinwoo is just staring at him thinking, this was the nigga they were saying had the heaviest chain in Korea? He took Beru's pride, his spotlight, and his steez. A true chain snatching. And look at all the spectators. They done turned on Beru. That's how slimy this chain snatching shit gets. It ain't no game.